Hello. Welcome to Classic Rock Facts, the place where we celebrate music and culture from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I'm RJ. Have you ever wondered what John Lennon was working on when he was tragically taken from us? John's last album, Double Fantasy, was released on November 17, 1980, just 22 days before his death. He had spent August, September, and October creating new music which became Double Fantasy and posthumously Milk and Honey. Milk and Honey was released 3 years after John's death and contained music recorded during the Double Fantasy sessions. Did John really take a 5-year break from music after his son Sean's birth in 1975? Have you heard the story that he was more interested in baking bread than making an album? The fact of the matter is that John remained as creative as ever. You're going to hear songs that John had begun recording during those years, both at home and in the studio. Some you will recognize and some you may never have heard before. You will also hear John talking about what music he was listening to in the summer of 1980. It's hard to imagine a former Beatle sitting in a small smoky nightclub, rocking out at a Devo concert. But it did happen. We'll get back to that in a moment. But first, let's hear the final creations of one of the greatest musicians of our time.
The feeling that anybody has when somebody close to them dies, there's a sort of little hysterical sort of hee-hee and glad it's not me or something in it, you know, that funny feeling when somebody dies. I don't know whether you've had it. I've had a lot of people die on me, you know. And the other feeling is, gee, you know, what the f***, you know, what can I do, you know? Yeah, I sing Hold On John too because I don't want to die. And I'm a coward. I'm not a coward. I don't want to die. I don't want to be hurt. And please don't hit me.
After your death, how would you like to be remembered?
Just as two lovers, you know. And we'd like to be sprinkled all over the Atlantic, the Pacific or something. Bits of dust in New York, London, Paris, Tokyo. That would be nice.
You probably picture someone like John Lennon, owning a state-of-the-art home studio, custom built in a room at his spacious apartment at the Dakota, with all the bells and whistles. For a comparison, here is George Harrison's home studio at Friar Park. It's very open and airy. Here is Paul McCartney's home studio, circa 1979. 2 years later, he would build Hog Hill Mill. Even Ringo had an elaborate home studio which he called Startling Studio at his home at Tittenhurst Park. To record his home demos, John's entire recording studio setup consisted of a JVC boombox with a built-in cassette recorder. You know, the kind where you had to press the play and record button at the same time to start recording. This is John's actual JVC cassette recorder used to record his demos. It was auctioned in 2023 by Julian's for $10,400. In this photo of John recording a demo in Bermuda in June of 1980, you can see the drum machine he would use. It was a Roland CompuRhythm CR78. Here is a demo with some country and western flair, created using the drum machine with a sadly ironic title. This is Life Begins at 40, written and performed by John Lennon.
We'd like to welcome you here to the Dakota Country Western Club. And in return for Miss Yoko Ono's wonderful gift of a very strange head, I'd like this morning to sing you a little ditty that occurred to me in the throes of my sleep. It's called Life Begins at 40. They say life begins at 40. Age is just a state of mind. If all that's true, you know that I've been there 39. And if life
went through every thought you can imagine in 5 years, you know, like, first 18 months was hard to stop jumping onto a piano or expecting to do something, because I'd been sort of turning out singles and albums since 1962 on call, as it were, you know, every 3 months a single, every 6 months an album, so I was sort of like a robot, you know.
In 1989, Paul, George, Ringo, and Yoko finally settled legal issues which had troubled the Beatles for decades. Just 1 year earlier, the Beatles were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What could have been an actual Beatles reunion was ended when Paul refused to attend the ceremony, stating the lawsuits as an issue. George had the perfect statement about Paul's absence.
Thank you very much. I don't have to say much because I'm the quiet Beatle. It is unfortunate Paul's not here because he was the one who had the speech in his pocket.
And why didn't they play Octopus's Garden?
We'll talk about that later.
But now, with lawsuits settled and all parties on good terms, they could begin working on the historical movie of the Beatles' career. First called The Long and Winding Road, eventually changed to The Beatles Anthology. As a sign of good faith, Yoko gave Paul 2 cassette tapes containing 4 demo songs that John had created at the Dakota. These songs were Grow Old With Me, Now and Then, Free as a Bird, and Real Love, all of which ended up being completed by the remaining Beatles. This is the demo for Real Life. This song would be changed by the remaining Beatles to Real Love. I find it fascinating to hear the origin of a song and then see how it morphs into the final product we all end up hearing. This is Real Life, written and performed by John Lennon.
Let go, let go, let the mighty spirit flow. Let go, let go, let it go, let it go. Woke up this morning, the blues around my head. No need to ask the reason why. Went to the kitchen, lit a cigarette, blew the smoke rings in the sky. Just got to let
We've all experienced this on different levels. I lay down on the couch, I was really depressed. Can't write a song. And as I lay down exhausted like that, because I was no longer centered on this, I have to write a song, I just lay down. You know, I picked up the guitar and the whole damn thing was there. Well, all these songs came like that. But here I am rocking and rolling, and it's fun. But if it gets not to be fun, I just walk away again, because I know I can walk away now. It's not the be-all and end-all of my life.
John had been offered several lucrative contracts to record new music in 1979. CBS had already signed record deals with Paul and Ringo, and wanted John as well. John turned them all down because he wanted any contract to be for John and Yoko. A young recording upstart named David Geffen was the only person who agreed to John's demand of including Yoko, and Double Fantasy was born. Here is a homemade demo that John created called "The Worst Is Over." This song would end up becoming the opening song on Double Fantasy, just like starting over. This is "The Worst Is Over," written and performed by John Lennon.
I think the worst is over now. It's all downhill. It's over. Relax and take it easy. Relax and take it easy. Everybody's making love. Why can't we make love? We can't be all inside. And if we realize why don't babies not be doing the monstrous? Why don't they leave us alone? Get back in the hole that the worst is over now. It's all downhill. It's over. Relax and take it easy. Take off your clothes and be with me again. Oh, it's over. It's over. Why don't they leave us alone? Ain't nothing doing the most. Why don't they leave us alone? Everybody's doing it. Why don't we do it easy? Remember how we used to just do and we used to do wrong. Well, now it's over.
It's like, if I was dead, they wouldn't be angry at me. If I'd conveniently died in the mid-70s after a rock and roll album or Walls and Bridges, and they'd all be writing this worshipful stuff about what a great guy, and you know, and wasn't he funny with a clamp axe on his head? You know, all that stuff, like, it's all right when you're dead, you see. And they'd all be saying, oh, what a great guy, and wonderful, wonderful, and that. But I didn't die, so that infuriated everybody, that I would live and do what I want to do, you know.
John had written Grow Old With Me for Ringo. It was not until 2019 that Ringo would finally release his version of John's song. It featured Ringo on drums and vocals, Paul on bass and vocals, and Ringo's brother-in-law Joe Walsh on guitar. Check it out if you get the chance. This is John's home demo of Grow Old With Me, written and performed by John Lennon.
Grow old along with me. The best is yet to be. When our time has come, we will be as one. God bless our love. God bless our love. Grow along with me. Two branches of one tree face the setting sun. When the day is done, God bless our love. God bless our love. Spending our lives together, man and wife, together, world without end, world without end. Grow old along with me. Whatever fate decrees, we will see it through. For our love is true. God bless our love. God bless our love.
So, did John attend a Devo concert in 1977? He sure did. Here is Devo's Mark Mothersbaugh talking about the night they had a Beatle at their show.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Trouble
then,
Orders.
and then Bob did Satisfaction.
As a matter of fact, I got to do that for John Lennon came and saw us at Max's Kansas City.
Did he?
And
I did know that.
John
yeah,
Lennon?
yeah, we played
I
at
didn't know
Max's
that.
Kansas City in '77.
What did Bowie bring him?
And the stage was way in the back of the room, so we had to wait for everybody to leave the club so we could go get our equipment. So I'm sitting in Eddie Barger's Econoline van with the window down because it was summer, and I'm sitting there just kind of waiting for everybody to come out. We're parked right there. And Ian Hunter and John Lennon came out, and they were totally fucked up. They were like really drunk. And John Lennon looked over, and he saw me, and he came over and he stuck his head like right here in front of my face, and he went, yeah, because he knew that song. He heard his chords at the beginning of the song, and then you know I turned his yeah into yeah because it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Besides being into Devo, John was also listening to the B-52s. They reminded him of Yoko's singing style. After hearing Rock Lobster in a nightclub in Bermuda, John woke up Yoko and told her that the music world had finally caught up to them. Yoko actually got up on stage with the B-52s and performed a blistering version of Rock Lobster in New York in 2002. He was also into Christopher Cross and the Little River Band. I hope you've enjoyed a trip into the creative mind of John Lennon. My sincere thanks for watching, and if you love classic rock as much as I do, consider subscribing for future rock and roll deep dives into Ringo's All-Stars, Jimmy Nickel, the US Festival, the Goose Lake Music Festival, and the ugly truth behind the Who Cincinnati tragedy.